Hello and how are you today? I'm alright, actually thanks for asking. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the GoPro Hero 8 Black. You might be thinking about going on holiday, buying a camera, a thought of a DSLR or mirrorless camera is a bit daunting for you and you don't want to break your phone. A GoPro is a really good place to start. They're small, robust and they fit into your pockets. You can also put them into little nooks and crannies so you can really be creative with them. Even though this is a small compact camera, you still get the choice of different lenses like super view, wide, linear and narrow, which is quite impressive for the size of the camera. So the camera itself shoots at 24 frames per second at 4K, 60 frames per second at 4K, 120 frames per second at full HD and 240 frames per second at full HD. So one of the best features that comes with the GoPro Hero 8 in my opinion is the in-body stabilisation. By clicking one button it gives you exceptional in-body stabilisation that rivals a gimbal. If you're not too sure what a gimbal is, this is a gimbal. I bought it for my GoPro Hero 5 Black. It's from DJI and it's called the G6. It's a really good bit of kit. However, the GoPro Hero 5 and the gimbal together cost around about £500, whereas this retails at $230. It gives you the same kind of stabilisation as these two put together, so it's worth the money. But if you are buying a camera, bearing in mind you are going to need to buy an SD card, I recommend the Sandeck Extreme Pro. Pretty reasonable, about £17 or $21 US. I'm shooting this on a Canon 200D. I've got an external mic plugged in and it gives me reasonable sound quality. The GoPro has upgraded its microphones quite a bit, so let's do a sound test, should we? So this is the audio test. I'm using the in-body microphone only, shooting at 24 frames per second at full HD. There's a bit of a breeze, but not much, and if you can hear that bang, and you can also hear the birds tweeting, you know that the microphone's pretty good. Now that we're outside, I'm going to do a bit of a test. So first of all, I'm going to use the camera with the boost on. So this is the camera stabilisation with the boost on. Just doing a bit of a walk. I'm now going to jump. Going to do the same thing now with the boost off. Walk the same walk. Jump up and down. You can see for yourself it makes a big difference. One thing I would like to add, I'm outside and it's raining. It doesn't affect it at all. You can go in the swimming pool, in the sea, and if you get caught out in the rain, it's not a problem. You can still vlog or shoot a video. One of the biggest drawbacks with the GoPro Hero 8 is the lens cover. If you break this piece of glass, your camera is pretty much broke, whereas its predecessors, the GoPro Hero 5, 6 and 7, you could just unscrew the lens cap, order a new one on eBay or Amazon, screw it back on and your camera was as good as new. You break this one and your camera is done. Can you use the GoPro Hero 8 as a vlogging camera? Of course you can. However, there's no flip out screen and no screen on the front to say that you're in focus, in shot or how you're looking. If you're doing it with a GoPro, you're sort of doing a guessing game. As long as you're looking directly into the lens, you should be okay. Its biggest rival, the DJI Osmo, does actually have a front-facing screen, which I think is a big tipping point for most people who are buying an action camera. Other features worth mentioning is the little Snail button. If you press the Snail button, you're instantly shooting in slow motion. There's also predetermined settings that you can punch in. Lens, frame rate and picture quality. It's really helpful if you want to be catching something in slow motion or at a different rate. You can shoot photos on the camera. You can also set a 3-second or a 10-second timer, so you can set a timer and get in with your family and make it that little family shot. It also has time lapse, time warp, night warp. You can also predetermined different settings for that. I like to use it when going on journeys, driving in my car or also walking around airports and things. It gives you a really cool effect. So all in all, the GoPro is an excellent little camera, great value for money. I wouldn't be without one in my bag and I would strongly recommend you getting one. It was the first camera I ever bought and I've got an arsenal of cameras now. So if you did like the content in this video, please be so kind as to share, like and subscribe. I appreciate it. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please tell me why in the comments below, and any comments would be appreciated.